Hello there and welcome back to the Byzantine Empire. Last time, well, we got ourselves in a position where Austria ended the coalition and thus we have to wait for them to leave before we take the last Ottoman province. On the bright side though, Portugal is no longer allied with said demon and thus we are, well, ready to take Karaman in next war and potentially also Crimea. We have to consider taking something else as well, but no real. It doesn't actually have anything to. It doesn't matter right now, at least, because, well, we are more or less now just boring sitting waiting, and due to several reasons, I might actually take it now. I hate the fact that I didn't kill off Austria earlier when I had. I probably had the chance earlier sometime, but I hate the fact that I didn't kill them off seriously, because they are currently just putting me in a very bad spot. But hopefully I can get rid of them later, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I can also integrate Milan and Tyrol before we go too far down. Didn't we have an alliance, or did you? Well, we have still. So yes. With that in mind, we'll be waiting for, as I said, Austria to leave the coalition, and then we'll see what we'll do. This is a little bit interesting. I was about to say. In the Spanish colonial war against Spain, Tyrol, and Tripoli. Might I ask why the hell I would fight against my own vassal? Or why the hell you have war with England? What the hell? First of all, this doesn't actually make any sense at all, and why the hell did Tyrol end up on the side of Spain? Well, we'll decline that then. It'll screw up my relations with England and I'll suffer a hit to prestige, but I have no idea how a vassal of mine could suddenly change sides like that. So with that in mind, I'll just keep on going, waiting for the Austrians to change their mind about me so I can take out the Ottomans. We'll see how it goes. Well, this is a pleasant news. It seems that Spain actually broken out of the union they had with the Portuguese. I was wondering why Spain was the one that was supposed to declare war on, but it seems like they are still allied with both France and no. Well, how the hell does this work? Well, I have no idea, but it's a little bit interesting at least that Spain is free now, and also that both Austria and Spain has turned into a bureaucratic despotism. So with this, I think I can actually get, or try at least to get something back at Austria. We'll see how it goes. Surprise! It seems that Muscovy has finally decided to form Russia, and they're mostly sided on the east here. Portugal has also apparently taken some provinces here, so probably a war here. Russia has a little base in Ming too, as you can see, so that'll be interesting to see how it actually turns out. Spain and Portugal and the French are basically the biggest colonizers out there. Not really a big surprise. Once again, I will not be a colonizer. I'll be keeping myself to this little area here, but could have been fun, but even so, we will most likely just end this with Karaman, and then we'll see how it goes. Still, Russia is not interested in joining a war against the Ottomans, so we'll be waiting a little bit longer to see what happens. But we'll at least start the integration of Milan pretty soon, and hopefully we can follow up with Tyrol pretty soon after. I'm a little bit unsure if the whole Roman Empire will actually lose imperial authority by having their members annexed, I guess. I'm a little bit unsure if that actually happens, but if it does, then I can probably take a lot here. So this is a funny event here. I lost my heir and got two new ones right away. Who is the new heir? Andronikos. So the good one got kicked, and well, they both basically even, but even so, I still got the bad one on that one, I think. So well, it doesn't matter. We still have, or we're still in a good position. I think I can actually get both Württemberg and Bohemia now in a union if I'm lucky, so that could work out pretty well. Or no, they have gotten a weak heir now, but they had pretty well or pretty bad. Construct a shipyard. Well, I can do that. Venice, you have been chosen to be my shipyard place. Well, let's see, a navy dry dock shipyard. So yeah, we'll be doing that. But as I said, I'll be waiting for Austria, and then we'll go after the Ottomans. Admin tech 25% reach, which gives another 10% to production efficiency, so it's starting to get pretty high with 85%. It's basically now at almost at the level of trade, so that's pretty damn good. But we're still making a lot of money now, so that's also good. But also, better note here, military-wise, we are basically max force limits here, and I've just finished my mission, so let's see what else. Improved defenses will probably be what I'll mostly go for, because it will keep my where the hell is my test? It's over here. But simply because of the fact that it'll keep my tradition high, but also because becoming emperor will be quite difficult under the current circumstances. But I'll have to see. I might actually make a attempt to, or as you know, I will leave the Holy Roman Empire pretty soon too. So there's no reason for me to not actually to not think that I can actually do this, because well, Austria has to make them vassals, but I can once I actually attack them, I'll force them first to well, what's the word? Release some of their lands or take back that one province they took. Apparently, they forced Georgia to be released. And that in turn turned, well, what? I have no idea what's actually happening here. Georgia was released and I can attack them and integrate them. But that doesn't matter right now. I still need to get Austria out and then we'll go after the Ottomans. Russia broke their alliance with us. Why? You turned hostile against me. What the? Well, you just gotta love the Russians. No idea why they actually turned hostile. That's the worst part of this. And with that incredible amount of forces they have, this could potentially turn out very bad. So yeah, we'll have to I think I'll have to move some more troops over to the eastern spectacle more or less now, because of the fact if Russia actually decides to attack, I need to have troops in the area in order to fight back. If not, I'm doomed. So potentially now I have another problem to deal with, and that is not one that I like. Let's see, did these guys actually set me as a rival? No, they did not. That's lucky at least. So we'll see if I can actually get that done, or ally Austria or something now. It's a little bit too much to focus on, so we'll see how it turns out. The Austrians suddenly got a lot of well, a lot of authority, imperial authority. So I'm actually really tempted now to go or leave this and declare war. Unfortunately, these guys have now put me as a damn rival. So the Byzantine Russian alliance is probably now have run its course, and with that I can't actually go to war against the Austrians because I can't actually focus on two fronts, which is most likely what I'll be getting. But at least I'll get some sort of bottle cork or corkscrew around this area that I can then use to my advantage, hopefully. But the fact that the Russians have a huge amount of forces, they only have 193,000 now, but still, it's a little bit too much for me to handle, and all that'll screw me over pretty much, pretty extreme levels. But the fact now that Austria is actually quite high, puts me in a kind of a weird position now, because I can always gamble that they won't actually do anything, but I'm a little bit unsure how this works in terms that I have vassals in the empire, and if they suddenly turn into Austria's vassal or something. But yeah, I think I'll be waiting, and if they actually enact that, I'll simply leave. But if they do not, then, well, we'll consider it when the time comes, I guess. Also took the next defensive idea, which gives +1 to leader siege, which is quite good. I'll probably take a regimental system too before the next level of military attack, but we'll have to see. Apparently I got a new now 5.4. 513, not bad at all, but apparently the guy that I currently had a very, very weak claim with this low legitimacy, which is quite bad. But the worst part now is the Russians, that they actually turned me into a rival of theirs. With that, I only have Bohemia and Poland as allies, so I'll have to try and make England feel good about me again, so I can at least get an ally there. But both Spain and Portugal, basically everyone in Europe hates me, my guts. Even Sweden, I think. No, Sweden do not. So Sweden, you and me are going to be best buds. No, we did not break our alliance with Bohemia. Bohemia broke their alliance with us. What the hell? I have no idea what just happened. That's the worst part. Well, at least I can always try to get Bohemia as an ally again. I guess that's something that the Austrians somehow made up, but I still have no idea how that happened. So I guess I'll just have to sit and wait and see if we can get the Bohemians back, because as things are now, it seems looking rather scary in terms of the Russians attacking. So we'll see how it turns out. I've gotten Bohemia and also England back as allies. Apparently it's, I would guess it's sabotage relations that has been screwing me over in terms of the fact that the alliance with Bohemia broke, which is kind of annoying, but even so. The fact that these guys are still at war with Austria is a positive thing for me, I think, because, well, at least that helps on the score that the Austrians can't actually pull the next level, so to speak. But I'm a little bit unsure if I can actually get the annexation done before that time. So I'll most likely leave and then attack Austria. I'm a little bit unsure how that would actually work out in terms of these allies with Poland and everything else. But if I can at least still have Russia, that would have been enough to make things work. But apparently I'm too much of a rival for them, and they decided that's enough reason to screw me over. And they also have a lot of troops in the area, just like me. So that's also another reason why this is starting to turn out to be a little bit scarier than I like. So I'll be keeping a lot of troops on the eastern border, so to speak, prepared for warfare, and hopefully we can get this done without it. But at this stage, it doesn't seem like it. It seems like the end game will be either war against Austria or war against Russia. But yeah, of course it was spotted with 0.06 risk. Let's see here, how much did Austria get? They got enough aggressive expansion to hate me for quite a long time longer, but at least now it seems that I can offer them an alliance. And that's quite interesting. I can also offer Sweden an alliance, which also is quite interesting. If I get Austria and Sweden, and then we declare war on the Russians, or the Portuguese, or the Spanish, well, if I can at least get the Swedish in and then declare war on Austria, that would be a positive thing as well. So we'll be waiting, might actually get Sweden to join me, and then we'll be declaring on Austria. That seems to be a viable option, but I still need these guys to stop hating me so much before we can do that. So yeah. Well, if I were to ally the Swedes now and declare war, who would actually join the war with me? England, no. Poland, yes. Augsburg, yes. Württemberg, yes. Why wouldn't Bohemia join in? Is there any particular reason? No. But even so, who would actually join by the Austrians? Let's see here. England will not join in, they will join on Austria's side, probably Bohemia as well. But those can be kicked out of the war. So yeah, we'll have to do. We have a little I have a dilemma here. I'm considering attacking Austria, but I'm not sure if I want to. And thus, I'd rather, well, more or less wait for the Ottoman or the Austrians to leave the coalition, and then I can go off the Ottomans and then the Austrians afterwards. That would be the most beneficial. But it seems that won't be the case. So we also have a new group now. I'm a little bit unsure what to go for here. Probably expansion for diplomatic relations and also the diplomatic reputation, and probably the extra motion as well. That's not bad. So we'll go for expansion. I think should help me out down the line. Finally, the Austrians left, and with that, I now have myself in a position where the Ottomans are basically free meat, so to speak. Oman, Persia, and Ethiopia will join in, but they aren't actually a problem here. But for now, yes, we will be attacking the Ottomans, and that is basically it. But there is another real funny part of this. The best part is that once I'll actually declare war here, as I have, and won it, how should I put it this? My capital will change to Constantinople, thanks to the fact that I can then enact the team system, which then will, as I said, move my capital to Constantinople, which again will allow me to, well, how should I put it? I'll be able to be kicked out of the empire thanks to the fact that I'll be moving my capital. So I might actually have to leave the empire now before the war, because I'm a little bit unsure if leaving the empire in this way will actually force the, how should I put it? Force the loss of provinces that are currently in the empire. If I lose the northern Italian provinces, then I would be pissed. But I don't think I will. But at least, considering how there have been some other bugs, but I haven't actually heard of this happening, so I doubt it. So hopefully it won't, but I'm a little bit unsure here. I don't think it will happen, but it might. So, but we'll find it out with the decision. I'll at least be able to get the achievement. And if I'm how should I put it? If I'm wrong, then that's good. But if I'm not, then I'll at least be able to give some sort of bug report so that other people won't actually have to experience it. So yes, I'll be fine this one, and then we'll see how it goes. Apparently my armies are actually pretty first class, because as you can see, the Ottoman army had 37,000 to begin with, and I had an army that joined in, but their losses were extreme compared to mine, about 23,000 to 1,300. So my kill death ratio is rather impressive, I dare say. And Karakonlu apparently broke free of Nogai, which is also kind of funny. But yeah, I'll be finishing these sieges, and then we'll be taking Karaman, and that should, I think, be the end of it. We'll see how it goes. I got the first expansion idea, which gives me a colonist. That is basically useless for me, but even so, the other ones should help out quite a lot, especially a merchant, additional diplomats, and also the diplomatic reputation along with the competitive merchants. So can't actually complain that I choose that line, but it's a little bit annoying that I can't actually get the guys that would give me some extra diplomatic reputation, and also the fact that I lose some diplomatic reputation thanks to the fact that I'm currently at or in the Holy Roman Empire. Because if you didn't already know, if you see here, this one, or well, some of this should give me some negatives. Diplomatic reputation -2. There you see, I would have a little bit better rate when it comes to annexing people, if not, but that should be fine even so. There we go. And you might as well give up your course on my lands. I have no idea why the Russians actually decided that I was no longer of any use, but it's a little bit annoying. I'll simply go for this, or you can give all your deals, or most of your deals, simply because it gives me some extra prestige. So there we go. Send demands, and I might as well also press. As you can see, I got the Basileus achievement there, so that is fine. We are done. Turks driven from Anatolia. The forces of the Ottoman Empire has been routed out Anatolia, which was once the seat of their power. With Anatolia secured, our prosperity is assured. And with this, I can also, as you might imagine, do a lot of decisions here. One of them is this one: 20 prestige, 25 army tradition. Good. I do not want to do that one, but what I will be doing here is well, this is the experiment, as I told you. Doing this decision here, we established a team system, and there we did it. Apparently the game froze, but well, there it's done, and I am, as far as I know, out of the Holy Roman Empire. Am I not? As a vassal of the Empire, was that what it said? Apparently I can't move my capital out of the Empire. It seems that is the problem. Well, that's kind of hilarious, and that actually brought me up to 525 diplomatic power to change the culture of Constantinople. That is one tech level, people. But yeah, apparently since my capital was in the Empire, I can't actually use the decision to move it out, and that is kind of fun, or I guess that's how it's supposed to be. But even so, I think I'll just go ahead and leave the Holy Roman Empire as it is right now. And hopefully that'll, yes, we'll just leave, I think. There we go. Leave Holy Roman Empire. Byzantium has decided to leave the Holy Roman Empire, and my province is left with me, which is good. But now is the question, if I were to declare war on these guys, that is one hell of a list. Bohemia, Augsburg, Württemberg, Poland and England wouldn't join in though, but there is actually just a couple of scary names on their list, and this is England and Spain. The other ones aren't really that, they don't really have that much forces, but the real problem is if the Russians will attack me from behind. But that doesn't really matter, because I'm basically done with this game. You could always, or if you guys want me to, I could always do an attempt to take down Austria, take the seat of the Holy Roman Empire and reform it all, but basically it's up to you guys. I'm actually tempted to leave this here, but if you guys would find something like that interesting or fun, I might actually do that. Give me some suggestions on the comment section. And I'd like to say thank you for those who actually follow this entire thing. I'll probably, depending on if you want me to continue or not, I'll still leave a I'll actually add a video at the end, or another video. Well, basically be giving some tips that I picked up during this playthrough, and other things that I can advise people with. It'll probably be more of a educational video rather than a like this, so you'll probably get much writing, much a couple of formulas maybe even so, but we'll have to see. As I said, an educational one which should give you some tricks, tips or tricks. So once again, thank you for following this series, and I hope that you have enjoyed it. I'll see you around. Bye.